experience is fruitful. Please feel free to visit our website to find out how you can join our growing family. While we are loading your experience, please do us a quick favor and hit that like button from whichever platform you're watching or listening on. Also, share so others may enjoy as well. And we hope you would consider hitting that subscribe or follow button so you can check out more of our amazing content. Alright, let's start the show.
I was reminded of something from my childhood today, of growing up with my grandmother and how she would walk around the house complaining that it was too dark. And with my smart, all-knowing self, I'd ask her, why don't you just click the light switch on? And she'd say, well, Miney, I don't want the light from the ceiling. I need the light that's beyond the sky. God help me today. I'd ask her, Mama, what's the difference? And she'd say, well, a bulb lights up the room, but the sun shines on the whole house. And before I could interrupt her again, she'd tell me, shut up and go stand by the window. And me being me, I'd ask her, why? And she'd say, well, the only way to let the light of the sun in is to open up the blinds. Now, I'm not sure who's watching this broadcast today, who seems to be in a battle with darkness, and you want to figure out the best way out. And I stopped by to let you know that the only way out is to make sure that you let Jesus in. Now, I don't know if Grandmama knew this or not because she's gone on to her eternal rest. But when you let the sun shine in your home, not only does it remove the dust, but it kills the bacteria. And as I get ready to depart, I just want to let you know that when you let Jesus in, not only does he remove what's dead, but he kills what shouldn't be alive. And if I was a preacher, I'd ask you one question. Why don't you let him in?
Why don't you let them in? Hallelujah! Glory! Happy Wednesday, everybody. Loud and down. Thank you guys so much for tuning on in. That was a good shot out of my Shondo right out of my kidney supreme.
I know that's right. That was good.
Yes, that was a good word. I saw that. I think I saw that yesterday. Shout out to oh my god, what oh my god. Is it Armani? It's Armani.
Armani?
Oh my god. Why am I forgetting his name?
I remember him because he everything
He's
else.
The one that says black is luxury.
Yes.
He's on TikTok. He's one of my mutuals. I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. Oh my god. He hasn't been on for a while. He just started coming back on and doing stuff. He's been busy cooking and stuff like that. He has a kitchen. But yes, what's going on, everybody? How you doing, Mona? What's up, Michelle? Michelle, your mic is muted, by the way. Just FYI.
Oh, come on back. I have been amazing. I have been good. It's been a morning, but we all right. It's okay.
Yes. I see you gearing up for 2024, girl. I see you doing it.
Yes.
You working your stuff. You working. We lost Michelle. He on that Boost Mobile.
Yes, I am already in the process of getting ready for 2024. Yeah, I'm already on that January 1st. Let's hit it.
Michelle, your mic is muted.
Hey, I'm back. I had to refresh. Y'all was buffering and muffling and sounding scratchy.
No, that was all your Boost Mobile, honey. That's why you don't get Boost Mobile.
Definitely was my Boost Mobile.
You don't get your mobile devices from trade, honey. You have to go ahead and and get it yourself.
That is the devil would be damned. I couldn't hear y'all. Y'all was muffling and buffering. And then I did get to hear the man's message that you played before the show. I enjoyed it, but the heavy breathing was a lot. But I enjoyed it for the most part.
Leave my body alone. What's up, Faye? How you doing? Yes. Thank you guys for joining on in. Dr. Holt said he got trade over there. Does Michaela said not too much because okay, now we can't do too much. Where are the ushers? Yeah, y'all felt
I ain't got nothing over here.
Y'all felt that thing right on there. Praise Jesus. Yes. Thank you guys so much for coming on in. We are in the full swing of the holiday spirit. Yes. We want to thank God for it. We are here. Some of us are queer. And let's get on into some things, y'all. We got a lot to talk about. But before we do, we want to welcome everybody around the warm fire. Yes, get on in. Get on. It's a little crisp out there. It's a little crisp out there. Yes. All right. And also make sure you follow Pyro Media on all social media platforms. That includes Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Maybe Christian Mingle, if you will. Shout out to T.S. Madison. But yes, go ahead and follow Pyro Media Network everywhere. What's going on, Coach Leslie? We love you, Queen. Thank you for coming on through. Afternoon to you. Dr. Hosea Michaud, no holiday trade. Okay. Mm-hmm. You know, Michaud is a missionary. You know, he's not doing it in the trade. He goes and prays for people.
I'm not doing none trade. Keep trading all that way it is. I don't want none of that. Y'all take it. I don't want none of it.
I can't.
Okay. Also, make sure you can follow Kire and I on all social media platforms. You can follow Kire everywhere at Kire Senoj, except on Instagram, which is its_Kire_again. And you can follow me everywhere at Kwame Speaks Official. And you can find Mona at RamonaAtkins.net and Michaud everywhere at Michaud Laurie. Shout out to Team Pyro up in the building. Yes. And make sure you guys head over to the hotspot. Okay, head over to the hotspot because Mona and Michaud and I did an afterthought special, and it is exclusively going to be on the hotspot. Surviving Diddy, part 1 is what it's called. Yes, Surviving Diddy. Part 1 is what it's called. Did a little sneak peek for y'all. But
anything that was said was solely the views of Kwame Corbett. I just want
Hey to my bonus baby. She said hi. Hey, baby.
What? Say again?
One of my bonus babies said, "Hey, mom. Hey, baby."
Oh. Where you look? Is it on the comments?
It's on. Yeah, I got us on Facebook on my Facebook page, so we can look here. We sharing, baby. We getting us out there. So I didn't had to put us on the Facebook. On my page so they can see it. Yes. Hey, y'all.
Come on through. And if you guys want to also make sure that you guys are staying connected, just in case you're not getting any notifications from Facebook. Not Facebook. Notifications from Instagram. Notifications from YouTube or Twitch. It was one of their things on social media sites. But if you're not getting notification from them because for whatever reason, you can go and get direct notifications from Pyro Media by texting Blaze. That's right, BLAZE to 833-793-2423. Again, that's 833-793-2423. And we will notify you via a text message when we go live or upload. Mobile charges do apply for your own mobile carriers, okay? All right. Or may apply, rather. All right, y'all, let's get into some things in here. We do have some breaking news. We have a lot of breaking news, so we're going to have to go as quick as possible because I have a 10:30 appointment, or meeting, rather, and I have to make sure I'm on time, okay? Praise Jesus.
Appointment was a perfect word.
Oh, wow. Hey,
not too much. Hey. Anyway, topics of breaking news. All right, first and foremost, before we get started, I wanted to make sure that we shout out Ivan Daniels. He passed away yesterday. He is a LA legend. When I tell you that this man has done so much for the community, for the LGBTQI plus community, it is insane. I can't even go down, and it won't even do him justice for me to go down the incomparable list of this man. And so we want to send our prayers to and love to everyone that has been affected, who was extremely close to him. I knew him. He's been a mentor to all of the youth in the LGBTQ community. I've met him several times, and he's been nothing but generous and kind and sweet, and very much instilled a lot of wisdom into all of us. So God bless him. Thank you for all of the work that you've done, Ivan. Shout out to you and your legacy. And I pray that, those that are still around are going to take up the mantle and continue the hard work that you've done. So shout out to Ivan Daniels III and everyone that has been affected, especially the LA Black LGBTQI community. So this was a big hit to our community. He really was a powerful man, and just in his presence, in his work, and what he did. So we honor you. We thank you for all of your hard work, and we hope we know you're resting in Jesus's arms. So stay parting in peace. Amen. All right. Let's move on to the next situation. We also want to give our condolences to the family and friends and loved ones and fans of Andre. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing his last name, Breger, the intense actor who won an Emmy for Homicide: Life on the Street and demonstrated his range in the comedy series Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He passed away at age 61 this past Monday due to a brief illness. His publicist Jennifer Allen told press. So our hearts and prayers go out to him. It's a lot of death this week.
One of my favorite actors. Like
he was my really good actor. Absolutely. Thank you for coming through, Jada Bright. Thank you for coming through. Let's go ahead and make sure that we are hitting that like button as you're coming on in, sharing and subscribing if you haven't done so already. All right, next up on the chopping block is for the breaking news is President Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, rebuked Republican investigators and demanded to testify publicly Wednesday. The same day that a GOP-led investigation has given the president's son a deadline to appear for a closed-door deposition. Take a look at what he said.
Again, let's listen in to Hunter Biden.
Legitimate questions Chairman Comer and the House Oversight Committee may have for me. I'm here today to make sure that the House Committee's illegitimate investigations of my family do not proceed on distortions, manipulated evidence, and lies. And I'm here today to acknowledge that I've made mistakes in my life and wasted opportunities and privileges I was afforded. For that, I'm responsible. For that, I'm accountable. And for that, I'm making amends. But I'm also here today to correct how the MAGA right has portrayed me for their political purposes. I am first and foremost a son, a father, a brother, and a husband from a loving and supportive family. I'm proud to have earned degrees from Georgetown University and Yale Law School. I'm proud of my legal career and business career. I'm proud of my time serving on a dozen different boards of directors. And I'm proud of my efforts to forge global business relationships. For 6 years, MAGA Republicans, including members of the House committees who are in a closed-door session right now, have impugned my character, invaded my privacy, attacked my wife, my children, my family, and my friends. They've ridiculed my struggle with addiction. They've belittled my recovery. And they have tried to dehumanize me, all to embarrass and damage my father, who has devoted his entire public life to service.
We're not going to watch the full interview, but or full press conference. But I do want to make sure that if you do want to watch the full press conference, you can go ahead and hit the link that is being shared out right now in the comments. What's going on, Cupcakes? How his hair faster than his father's? How? Yeah, that's. I cannot deal with you. But yes, what are your thoughts on this, Mona? Michaud, what do you guys think that is going on? Why he decided to do this and speak publicly?
I'm gonna let Mona carry it away because when it come to him, I ain't got absolutely nothing to say. Praise the Lord.
Mona? I will say this: and no matter what was done, when you are transparent and you step forward in your transparency, it's gonna shake everybody else around you. I am glad that he is stepping up to say whatever he wants this to be done publicly, because then you can't twist it. You won't be able to twist it because unless you start doing the editing and cutting and create something, but you won't be able to show it up and change it up. So in my opinion, I'm glad that he's doing what he's doing, and he's taking the load or attempting to take the load off of his father, and that shows that you're attempting to be a stand-up person. But the attacking of the family, and I don't get into all of that. That's why I kind of don't
Yeah.
like politics. But
Hmm.
I applaud him for trying to step up to try to get this off of his father. I do.
Hmm. Yeah, I I am into politics, and I think that this is a double-edged sword. And the
Yes.
reason why I say that is because, on one hand, yes, you get to publicly because you're documenting. Hey, Keats, what's up, King? Thank you for joining. Appreciate you. Um, I definitely think that you get to see what the GOP Republicans are saying when they're asking him if they're trying to trip him up. You can see everything publicly because then, and you have documentation on all of the BS that they may try to throw at him, right? Because you can't remove anything from the internet. It's once you say something, it's out there. So you then, even if you take stuff down or you try to delete it or whatever, it's there. There's ways to get that, right? And so it becomes public record, and now you are able to see what they're saying or what they're trying to do with him. On the other hand, this could increase more tension and more issues and more heat from the GOP to him. You know what I'm saying? So, you're openly calling him out, unless you because you did something wrong. I allegedly you did something wrong. And so if you don't want this to, to continue to exacerbate, then, unless you didn't, unless you did it, we don't know. So he's still entitled to his due process. And I just think that, I don't think that he would move, especially with him being the son of the president right now. I don't think that he would move if he wasn't properly advised by legal
Right.
counsel. You know what I'm saying? So, do what you feel you need to do to clear your name, to protect your name, to protect your father. And so, we'll see how it goes. And Dr. Holt says exactly. I wouldn't go behind closed doors with them people either. Dr. Holt also said he hasn't done anything no worse than any of them Republican. I agree. But it is what it is. Sometimes the opinion or the rule of the public court is different than the rule of the legal court. So we'll see how it is. But yes, next up in breaking news, the Supreme Court said Wednesday it would consider whether to restrict access to a widely used abortion drug, even in states where the procedure is still allowed. The case concerns the drug mifepristone. Mifepristone. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that. Mifepristone. That when coupled with another drug, is one of the most common abortion methods in the United States. The decision means the conservative-leaning court will again wade into the abortion debate after overturning Roe v. Wade last year, altering the landscape of abortion rights nationwide and triggering more than half the states to outlaw or severely restrict the procedure. The new case could be decided by July, inserting the Supreme Court into the middle of the presidential election, where abortion access is once again a key issue. For now, mifepristone remains available and not subject to restrictions the lower courts have said should be imposed on its use. The High Court determined in April that access to the drug would remain unchanged until the appeals process finishes. The Biden administration and a manufacturer of the drug are asking the justices to reverse a federal appeals court decision that, if allowed to go into effect, would restrict access to the drug. At the same time, groups and doctors that oppose abortion want the justices to go even further than a conservative federal appeals court did and hold that the initial 2000 approval be held. Whew, that's a lot.
Get out of my body.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Just
swear.
get out of my body. Whether it be the drug, you have your multiple court cases going on right now with women that have lost babies but are being convicted and or not being allowed to have one, even though it's detriment to your health potential unaliving.
Yeah.
Get out. Just get out. Like old geezers making decisions that have no clue how the reproductive system works. Get out.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody, and this is the thing that I'll say, and I'm gonna leave this alone because that's a very hard subject for me because no woman mentally just says, "Oh, let me go get an abortion."
Yeah.
No woman just says that.
Yeah.
That is a lot of mental strain. That
Yeah.
is a lot of mental anguish that you have to make the decision to go and have one done and live with yourself after.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they don't think about the mental state of that. Some of these abortions are necessary, their health risks involved, and they're just like, well, even if you miscarry, well, then they feel like you killed the baby, which doesn't make sense. So again, old geezers that have no clue what it is with the reproductive system at all. So it's a very touchy subject with me because of the factor nobody thinks about the woman, and I don't care the color. Nobody thinks about the woman's mental state in that space.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well said, Ramona. I mean, I'm not going to follow that up because nobody can speak about a woman but a woman, you know.
That's
so,
right.
I don't even want to follow that up with anything. So that is what it is. Hey, what's going on, co-pastor? Shout out to Pastor Kim Irvin. If you guys missed last night's It's Just Kim episode, you guys missed a phenomenal episode with a panel of powerful Black women. Definitely check it out last night. It was a phenomenal episode and one of her best in my personal opinion. So definitely check it out. Shout out to you, Queen. We love you. And Coach Leslie said, yes, she's right. Michaela also says, my body, my choice. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, nothing else to be said on that. We'll see. We'll see what goes on and how it works. And how everything. You're welcome, Queen. Appreciate you, Mama. And we'll see how everything goes on. All right. Next up, and the last breaking news is Tesla recalls nearly all 2 million of its vehicles on the U.S. roads. Take a look at this mess.
Tesla recalling more than 2 million cars because of a problem with a system to make sure drivers are paying attention while using autopilot. This recall just announced in the last hour and a half, but it covers nearly every Tesla sold in the United States going back to 2012. This comes after a 2-year investigation by U.S. safety regulators into crashes that took place while that autopilot system was in use, including some that were deadly.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
That's crazy. I mean, I have a friend that have one. We were all together last night out for drinks. And, you know, the car's supposed to come to you. One of them's supposed to come to you. And seeing this today is kind of shocking because I hadn't heard of it before you posted here. And his would not come to him. And I was like, how do you feel about that? And I was like, even though you can control the car, of course, but it's little features like that you having glitches. It just turns me off about it. I'll pass on Tesla. I'll tell you that.
And this with these constant attacks, with cyber attacks, with nations trying to cyber attack, the United States. We don't know what type of situations are going on. What type of attacks are going to happen, how far it's going to go. They've been getting closer and closer with certain stuff in terms of trying to break down our infrastructure. So if China's over there attacking different things, whatever, we don't know what chips they're using. We don't know what's going on. Like that's. I feel like, I'm all about, technology. You know how did you watch it, Co-Pastor? Co-Pastor just talked about, looks like the movie Leave This World Behind. If you watched it, if you watch that movie, some people didn't like it. Some people liked it. It's executive produced by the Obamas. So I thought it was a really good and interesting movie. And so so it was kind of scary to me, in my personal opinion. But it's something that is a tactic that's I don't want to ruin the movie. Just go ahead and watch it. I never trust Tesla. Yeah, I say that. Cupcake said, Alondra, you done messed up again, girl. Right, you can't get Twitter correctly. You can't get Tesla right. What's going on with you?
Alondra.
Alondria, yes. Let's see. Coach Leslie said that movie was very telling. Honey, listen. Jada Bright says it may drive you to death. No, thank
Jada. Okay. Okay. And I've been in a Tesla once. I wasn't impressed at all. And I have my thoughts because they say that allegedly that the actual idea of Tesla was stolen from an African man, and Elon Musk stole it. And it makes me feel like, because Tesla has so many issues, because I'm sorry, I can't pay $22,000 for a battery. However, that
Wow.
they have so many issues. Part of that to me always it goes back to the factor, if this idea was stolen, you don't have all the components and parts that man may
Mhm.
have had in creating. So this is probably why you're having all these issues, because I've seen two videos now where people paid for their Teslas, drove them off the lot, got down the street, got a couple miles away, and zip, and they got
Mm.
nothing.
Well, y'all be careful. Y'all be
Mm.
careful. If you would drive a Tesla, or if you can take it, some people like Teslas. I've heard some people have great success stories with Teslas, but if you would get a Tesla, put it in the comments, let us know. Let's go ahead and move on into what's happening today, because again, we're running a little late on time, but we want to make sure that we get in Ice Cream Day, which takes place on December 13th. You probably won't hear the ice cream truck with its delightful tune roll through your neighborhood. There's another National Ice Cream Day in July for that. Your favorite ice cream shop may even be closed for the season, but it's still a perfectly good reason to get a pint or three that who's counting. Or three, who's counting, of the good stuff to share with your family and friends. Why are there 2 National Ice Cream Days?
That's fat.
He said that's bad.
That's fat. I'm gonna leave it right there. That's fat. That's
I
fat.
love ice cream. I don't mind are you a winter ice cream eater? Because some people don't eat ice cream in the winter.
So I don't even eat ice cream. I eat sorbet, but I do
Oh,
do
you
sorbet.
bougie. Okay. How about you,
Yeah,
Michelle?
Listen,
yeah.
she bougie.
bougie. What about you, Michelle? What are your thoughts on ice cream?
Y'all know I'm an ice cream lover.
Mm-hmm,
Anything vanilla, butter pecan, anything
Okay.
cheesecake flavor. Just
Come
don't give me
on
no
with the butter
chocolate.
pecan.
But I
Oh.
love ice cream. Like, love it.
Mm-hmm. Now, Faith said that she, Dr. Holton, I approved this day. Faith said I'm lactose intolerant. Now, if you're lactose, is a dairy free. Yeah, there's sorbet, but there's also dairy free and vegan ice cream too. It's actually really good. I typically go for those anyway.
And that's what happened. Now, I did like ice cream, but I had to have surgery a few years ago, and it took me away from being able to do ice cream. So I do sorbets, which ain't nothing but fruit, and it's absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna let that count. So yes, I like.
All right, guys, it's time for birthdays of the day. I need to make sure that Samuel puts an S in there. Birthdays of the day, and we are still in Sagittarius season. Shout out to all the Sagittarius. I don't know if we're going to go into Capricorn season when we're live. I think when do we go into Capricorn season? It's next week, right? I think so.
Yes, next week.
I think it's we're going to be off then. But yeah, make sure you guys get into the hotspot. That's all I'm saying. Join the Patreon. But happy birthday goes to none other than the king himself, Jamie Foxx, born December 13th, 1967 in Terrell, Texas. Eric Marlon Bishop, aka Jamie Foxx, is an American actor, singer, songwriter, record producer, film producer, and comedian. For his portrayal of Ray in the 2004 biographical film, for his portrayal of Ray Charles in the 2004 biographical film Ray, he won an Academy Award for Best Actor, BAFTA Award for Best Actor in a Leading Role, and a Golden Globe Award for Best Actor, Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. That same year, he was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for his role in the crime film Collateral. Since 2017, Fox has served as the host and executive producer of the Fox game show Beat Shazam. I don't think is that still on? Beat Shazam?
I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah, but happy birthday to you, King. Appreciate you and all that you do.
If y'all do not follow him, go on Instagram and go to his page. His house has the Christmas lights all the way up and down the driveway around the pool. It is amazing. He just posted it the other day.
Dr. Holt said, that picture, get him out. Oh my God.
Definitely need him out.
Oh my God, y'all are best. Happy birthday, yes. Happy birthday to you, King. I think I'm gonna just stay away from it. You talking about the ice cream. Okay, got it. Yeah. Jada says, happy born day. Yes, happy born day to you. And happy name day if you guys know where that's from. Game of Thrones. Shout out to y'all. All right, it's time for honorable mentionables, y'all. And first up comes the one and the only reality TV queen herself, Nene Leakes. Happy birthday to you, Queen. Born December 13th, 1967 in Queens, New York. Born Lemethea Monique Nini Leakes is an American television personality, actress, presenter, author, and fashion designer. Born in Queens, New York, and raised in Athens, Georgia, she is best known for appearing on the reality TV series The Real Housewives of Atlanta as an original cast member, and for her recurring character Ross Washington on the Fox sitcom Glee. Happy birthday to you, Queen, and I hope you're enjoying your day and all of your blessings. Many more to you to come. All right. Last and certainly not least, happy birthday to Morris Day, born December 13th, 1957 in Springfield, Illinois. Morris E. Day is an American musician, composer, and actor. He is best known as the lead singer of The Time. In addition to his roles in Purple Rain in 1984 and Graffiti Bridge in 1990, Day also appeared in small parts in films such as Richard Pryor's Moving in 1988 and the Andre Dice Clay films The Adventures of Ford Fairlane in 1990. Day's presence on the screen decreased until in 2001 he returned to film in Kevin Smith's Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, performing Jungle Love with Time and dancing with the movie stars in the film's Coda, and being introduced empathetically by Jason Mewes' character as Morris Day and the MFing Time. Whew.
7779311.
Happy birthday to everybody, la-da-da, to all of that we just mentioned, and all those that were born on December 13th. Shout out to y'all. All right, y'all. It's time. Let's get into real quickly. What about your health? Nene, hold on, was it Nene? Happy birthday, Bloop. Yep, happy birthday, Queen. My mother loves Morris Day. The bird, yes. All right, y'all. I hope apparently we got somebody that you really like. All right, so it's time to talk about what about your health real quick. So RSV, RSV illnesses is well underway as U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention Director Dr. Mandy Cohen told Congress recently she noted the rise of 3 particular viruses: flu, the coronavirus, and respiratory syncytial, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that, virus, better known as RSV. Take a look at what they're talking about here.
Do you know someone who's sick? Well, you are not alone. California health officials say respiratory infections are on the rise. So how do you avoid getting sick, and what should parents be wary of?
Joining us now to talk about that is Dr. Angelique Campton with Providence St. Joseph Medical Center. Thank you so much for coming in this morning. We really appreciate having you. This is happening in our household, so this was something at the forefront, and it's happening here in the office. People are starting to get sick. That happens in the winter, but what are you seeing that is different this year compared to other years?
Well, we're definitely seeing an uptick. It's wintertime. We expect to see colds and flus, but we're seeing a very large volume of people coming in with the flu, with RSV, with COVID. Fortunately, with COVID, we're not seeing what we saw before of random people getting significantly ill. And when you hear the term triple-demic, it just means that all 3 are circulating right now. So you have a high chance of getting sick right now if you don't take precautions, not that you're going to get all 3 at once. However, there's something, I don't want to panic people, but there's something unusual that I've just seen too many times of young, healthy people getting pneumonia that have no risk factors. It's not turning out to be influenza, RSV, COVID. The general theory is it may be another bacteria called mycoplasma, which fortunately is treatable, but still to be determined. I just want people to be aware this is very different than the common RSV, influenza. You get sick fast and you get sick severely. You're gasping for air. You may have severe back pain from the pneumonia. And that's something very different than what we're seeing the masses coming in with.
And I think we're looking at an image.
So, I just want to caution everybody, like, this is not to get yourself panicked, but this is to really think about, like, making sure that you are taking care of yourself, that you are, ensuring that you are taking proper protocols. That includes maybe wearing a mask, maybe limiting your crowded areas, washing your hands, just the things that you were doing before and that we were all doing before when COVID was at its height. Because just because COVID is not as serious it's not as deadly as it was before, you can still, there's people that are still passing away and being alive today because of it. So, and this goes with RSV, which has been really ramping up. This has been a crazy year for RSV for some reason. So, and as this doctor just stated, it's something that, the CDC, as well as, the WHO, is taking a look at. So, and really keeping an eye on. So, the flu has always been here. It's always been an issue, and people are still passing away from the flu. I don't think people really realize that. They think because they just get, they weather it out and they take a cup of their medicine. It's the end all be all that everybody's fine. But there are people that still pass away from that too. So, just be careful. Do what you need to do to protect yourself. Take your vitamins, whatever you need to do. Work out. Do what you need to do to keep your immune system boosted. But before we go to commercial, do you guys have any thoughts on this?
Watch your babies with the RSV. Watch your babies, because it's really bad when it comes to children, because their lungs are not completely developed. I got a friend that both of her children have had it and ended up hospitalized for days. So watch your babies too.
Yeah. Michelle?
Listen. Wash your hands, take your vitamins, and please keep everything clean around you, because stuff travel. People are germy, and I think we've become more lax as a nation when it comes to COVID, because it's not as bad as it was, and I understand, but still there are things still out there that can affect you, especially like this. And then, like you say, little germy kids going to school, you don't know who got what, we going to work, stuff like that. It just wash your hands. And I'm really considering putting the mask on again, because this is a little too much for me. I don't want to be sick. I'm one of them people that when I'm sick, I'm sick. Like, I hate it. So I'm considering.
When I get sick, I go down. Like, it's really bad. So I have to when I start getting symptoms, I have to fight it immediately. Like, I start doubling up on vitamin C and all this other stuff. What I have to do, elderberry, all of that stuff. Like, it really does make a difference. So just take care of yourselves out there. But before we go to commercial, remember to shout out our sister radio station, Bullet and Flight Radio, who is on TuneIn. Shout out to Bullet and Flight Radio, the #1 progressive Christian and inspirational radio station in the world. You can go ahead and download TuneIn to your mobile device directly by downloading the app, or you can use if you have Alexa, or if you have Google, you can go ahead and use those devices to go ahead and play it. All you have to do is say, "Hey Google" or "Alexa, please play Bullet and Flight Radio on TuneIn," and it'll play right for you. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to get into the rundown, y'all. We got a lot to talk about. We got a little bit of time, so we're going to get into it. All right, y'all. Hang on in there. Praise Jesus. All right, where's the... oh, I lost it. Hold on. I should have had a prayer. Oh, here we go. We'll be right back.
In a world filled with diversity, where radical faith and progressive believers come together, there's a place that's breaking all boundaries and embracing believers from all walks of life. Bullet and Flight Radio, where believers unite, boundaries break, and love triumphs.
Step away from the chaos and noise of your daily life. Experience moments for yourself that are calm, serene, and full of peace. A necessary respite to foster growth within you, because self-care should be luxurious. Luxe Noir. And we're black by popular demand. Thank you guys for tuning on in. If you are just coming in the building, go ahead and hit that like button for me, share, and subscribe. That's right, subscribe to Pyro Media Network and join the family. We appreciate you when you do. All right, and also don't forget to hit up the hotspot. You can go ahead and join it by going to Pyro Media. Excuse me. You can go to patreon.com/Pyro Media. This Friday, we are having a extravaganza. That's right, the holiday extravaganza for Pyro Media or for Pyro Power Hour, and we're having a special Patreon event to close out the year. So definitely make sure you tune in. And while we are off, there's still going to be some things. We're not going to be completely dark. So make sure you guys tune in into Patreon for all of the lives and special events and things of that nature for you guys. So we are not going to go completely dark this year. We want to make sure that we're keeping you guys informed and keeping you guys engaged and celebrating with you throughout the holidays. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and get into the rundown, y'all. Shall we? First up. Now, this week, Oprah has been doing a bunch of touring to kind of promote the upcoming film, The Color Purple. It's touchy-feely with Oprah. It was kind of creepy to her, or to a lot of people. Take a look at what's been going on. I just want to give you a clip of what people mean.
Although I can do it. Something that I learned about you, because I didn't know this detail, was that you would spend time with the audience outside of the show you were filming.
Yeah. Every day.
And one thing that I've done is spend time with the audience every day. And I had felt guilty for it.
No. It is necessary.
And it's okay that it takes extra time.
My crew used to be like, oh my God, how much time is she going to spend talking to that audience?
Okay, by the way, I promise
oh my God, will she please let the audience go so we can get the next audience in?
Yes, you guys, do you hear
every day.
Okay, I didn't think this was a big deal, but I can understand why people were like, why is she just holding her, caressing her, like, you know, her. I just think it's Oprah, you know, and if you are a aspiring talk show host, if you are a internet personality, you know, you like Oprah, or you tend to lean towards Oprah because you use her as a kind of a guide and a representative because of her legacy. So I understand why she's doing that. And most people, how many people really get a chance to meet Oprah, you know? So I don't know. I didn't think this was a big deal. Some people thought it was super weird. What are you guys' thoughts?
I mean, child, the feet on the seat, the dog sleep. It was a little much, but I understand, you know. I don't think I would fan out, but I mean, I guess it's understandable. Heavy on the I guess.
You said the dog.
I mean, that
feet
was
on
a little
the couch, dog sleep. Okay, y'all.
What in the Fruit Loops is going on here? Hey. I don't think there's anything going on with them like that. I just think that, you know, Drew was just really, really excited to have her on there. You know, we're talking about Oprah Winfrey, right? And so, like, I mean, I get it. I wouldn't have done that. Like, I just wouldn't. First of all, I'm a male, so I would be looked at a little creepier if I would have done that. I'm also a black male. So that would have been extra for them. But, you know, I would have given her a hug if she would have permitted it. You know, I would have, you know, shook her hand or whatever. I probably would have gotten close, but not that close. That's a little, you're in my space, you know. That's a little much. I don't know. Mona, what are your thoughts?
So anybody that knows me, they're laughing because I be like, don't touch me. You know, and especially since COVID, I be like, don't touch me. Like, where your hands, man, don't touch me. You know, and since COVID, people want to hug you. Don't touch me.
Don't touch me.
So that would have, you know, I remember back in the day, you had a blue screen, please hold, because we're having technical difficulties. We might have had that. And y'all came back and the dog was gone because, you know, I'd have been, girl, if you don't get your hand off me. But some people are okay. I'm not good with close talkers either. Mm-hmm. So, and she kind of too close for me, just talking to her. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of weirded it's weird. It weirds me out, but everybody is not that way. Oprah meet people all the time. She's probably not that way. But for us regular schmegglers, girl, if you don't get off me.
If you don't get off me, girl. Yeah, so I I don't know. I thought I didn't think hold on, Faye says, hey Drew, ask her where the missing children and parents from Hawaii. Oh, Faye, stop. Dr. Holt said, right, Oprah has inspired many of the new talk show hosts, especially females, but white folks touchy-feely anyway, but girl, COVID's still out here, daughter. I get it. I don't know. I don't think it was that big of a deal, but I do. I mean, for the backlash, I get it. But hold on, let me see. White folks keep their pets on the couch. Kwame don't let. Hell no, Bentley and on my couches. Absolutely not. Oh, I almost got a hot flash. Let me ever find Bentley on top of my couch. Oh no.
Bentley is sitting there right now, like, why my name come up? Right. I ain't got nothing to do with this. Get me in trouble.
Right, Bentley's like,
now why am I in it? And you could have did it. See how I get thrown in? You never apologized.
Even did that. Shoot, that's your Uncle Holt over there getting you in trouble. That's the problem.
Bentley, like, I ain't got nothing to do with this.
Right. Anywho, it's too much Kwame personal. That's what I'm saying. It's too much.
And some people don't. Some people are okay with not having personal space. Some people, they close talk. That close talker thing. Like, I've had people I've backed up from folks while they talking and they move forward, and I'll finally say, you know what? I am not a close talker. I'm listening to you, but I'm getting distracted by the frequency of you being this close to my nose.
Mm-hmm. Now, I am an affectionate person, but like if it's my bestie, then like I'll lay on her lap or whatever, or I'll like hug her or whatever, or like you know what I'm saying. Or if it's somebody that I'm with, then we'll cuddle up or whatever. But if we're just cool, or if I'm especially if I'm interviewing you, I'm not gonna be all up on you like that. We need to have space.
And I think it was a fan moment. I think it was a fangirl moment. Like, really, it was.
If I was, first of all, let me not use Beyonce, because if I met Beyonce, I would pass out. Like, she would probably be one of the few. Or actually, Janet Jackson, I would definitely pass out. Beyonce, I probably would be able to hold my own. Absolutely. But I would not do all of that. I would be able to sit there and be like, hey, girl, I have questions. I need to take notes. How did you do this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I have lots of questions for Rihanna. I have lots of questions for Jay-Z, Beyonce. There's certain people in life I have questions for. If it was Janet Jackson, I would just pass out. I would just be laid out, slain in the spirit. But anyway, speaking of Oprah, she was also on the Sherri Shepard show this week as well. And so people are talking about how her being on the Sherri Shepard, she's passing the baton over to her, because people are like, well, Oprah's been out of the game. She's going to be leaving, like she's going to be retiring, like really, really retiring soon. She retired, for her talk show as talk shows, but she still does like interviews and different things on her own, which are great interviews. She's I think she is a phenomenal interviewer in my personal opinion. But
Super Soul Sundays
are amazing. She really digs deep. And I haven't seen the one with Fantasia, but I cannot wait to see that. I think I'm going to dive into that this week. I'm going to dive into a lot of her stuff on her own this week, because I'm going to be off. But, we'll see how it goes. But anyway, this is what she said. This is a clip of what she said to Sherri Shepard on the Sherri Show. Take a look.
What is having this legacy mean to you?
Oh, Sherri, that's such a beautiful question. The word legacy, I just want to leave you all with this, is that when I came back from opening my school in South Africa, and I said to Maya, I said, the school's going to be my greatest legacy. Those girls are everything. And she said, you have no idea. You have no idea what your legacy is going to be. Because she said, your legacy is never one thing. It's every life you touch. And I passed that on to you, because what Maya said to me that day in her kitchen, she said, it's every audience member who ever came from wherever they came from. Yes. And they sat in that audience and they had an experience, and they went home and they decided, I'm going to do better. I'm going to get a better job. I'm going to leave my raggedy husband. I'm going to do whatever I need to do. It's every life you touch. So it's not one thing. So for me to be able to see you, to sit in the seat of your life on your own show with your name on it. It is the passing on.
Thank you so
It is the
much.
passing on.
So you officially passing the baton?
I'm passing the baton.
That's super sweet. I thought that was super sweet. And I just love how Sherry's really genuine in her feelings. So it was just really cute that she got like that. But I would have freaked out too, as you're a talk show host after working so hard to get your own talk show and on a major network, and then all of a sudden one of the biggest talk show hosts in history has told you, I'm passing the baton to you. Not only as as a Black woman who led the way in that area, she's passing the baton to her. That's a big dang on deal.
Yes. It is.
So,
and happy for Sherri, because that's huge. That's just that's like Michael Jordan as he began to pass on and when pass on his baton to others, as well as a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. When you think about football players, and like that's huge.
Yeah.
That is huge.
Yeah,
And
it's a
shout
huge
out to
deal.
her. I know when she got backstage, it was a ball of give her some tissue.
Yeah. Michelle, what are your thoughts?
I think it's an amazing thing. I think that it's great for her to be able to say she received and had that moment from Oprah. I mean, because regardless of people like Oprah, dislike Oprah, I mean, her trailblazing, her success is unmatched. You can't take that away from her. Oprah has done something amazing for herself and have made herself something amazing. So I think it's a wonderful thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, y'all. Switching gears. Congratulations to you, Sherri. Congratulations to you, Oprah, on your legacy. Regardless of how people feel, at the end of the day, she has made strides for the culture. So shout out to these queens on the screen right now. But we have a new segment that we want to test out. It's called Question for the People. All right, and so I wanted to pose this question before we go into our last story of the day, and that is, would you break up with someone during the holidays? We're going to start out with you, Michelle. What are your thoughts?
Would I break up with someone during the holidays? If it's something that's worth it, absolutely. I don't care what day it is. I don't care what holiday it is. I don't care if it's Easter. I don't care if we talk about Jesus coming back. I don't care if we talk about Jesus' birth. I don't care what it is. Yes, I will. I sure most certainly will. Because that also saves me some money from a gift. Yes, I will. Fuck up and you're getting broke up. Yes, I will.
Oh Lord. I don't know what to say. Yeah. So I don't. You know what? According to what it is, I don't know, because I'm triggered. I think because I had one of them situations. And I was so. Would I break? Yes, I would. I'm gonna say yes, I would, because when I had the situation that I had, I broke up with the person that day. So yes, absolutely.
Faith said, sure would. Dr. said, absolutely. Y'all are savage. Y'all wouldn't wait until after or before. Y'all just go right
shit. I'll do it right then.
I did it
right in the moment.
So it just in my situation, we broke up on Christmas Day.
Oh my God.
Yeah. We broke up on Christmas.
Faith said, my Scorpio girlfriend of 11 years. Yep. Oh my God. Cupcake said, I had to drop off. What was what's happening today? Was it done? No, it was National Ice Cream Day, Cupcake. Yes, but the question is, would you break up with someone during the holidays? I would, if it was necessary, because I don't want to continue. I think it would be messed up of me to keep somebody going on for as long. The moment I feel like this is it, I need to do it. I wouldn't wait. It would hurt, but I would, they'll be all right. They'll move forward.
Yeah, I had a
breakup. Hell yeah.
Look, I'm so triggered by that. I had a breakup on Christmas Day and then found out I was pregnant on New Year's Eve. It was a lot. It was a lot. And I broke up with the person I found out I was pregnant about. So
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to trigger you, sis.
I'm sitting here like, oh, what I do? But wait a minute, I did do that. So it's just a me thing, But this is the thing. I didn't really think about it as a holiday because it was what was going on at the moment. But yeah, I would definitely.
Jaden said, I wouldn't disrespect Jesus with that closeness. You're hilarious, Jada. That's hilarious. And true.
That's my sister.
All right, Faith said, free mental space. I know that's right. Cupcake said, oh, damn, Mona.
Cupcake, baby.
Honey. All right, well, the last story of the day is about, I don't even know how to pronounce his name. What's his name?
Parrot something.
Partisan? I think it's Partisan. Partisan Fontaine. If I'm mispronouncing your name, man, I'm so sorry. But he was on the Breakfast Club, and he said that there was a laundry list of reasons why he and Megan Thee Stallion broke up, including a lie that she may or allegedly told him. Take a look at what he said.
What happened? Why did y'all break up? I mean, because he's never like directly answered the question.
Why did we break up? There's a laundry list of reasons that could have caused us to be apart.
And I don't want you to give any of them because you still love that young lady.
That was my next question. Because on your project, it sounds like on the person, it sounds like you still love her.
You do. You definitely love her.
You
Absolutely.
Listen, I'm a person that believes love doesn't go away. It changes. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've always, and that's another thing I've stated. Like, I always want well for her. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a person that wants bad for her. I'm not out here calling her all types of such and such. I've never even discussed some of the things on that song with my closest friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when the song came, people's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I never ever once ever talk bad about her to anyone. Not even, you know what I mean? Like, I do wish her the best.
You're still holding it well right now.
What'd you do with the ring? Because you said that you picked out a ring from Greg.
First of all,
salute to Greg. I saw a guy.
He didn't say he bought it. He just said he picked it up. We don't know if he actually got the ring.
Did you buy it? Hold on. Did you buy it or did you pick it up?
It's the money has been allotted for something different now.
But you said she lied to you about
Charlamagne is so messy.
What did she lie about? What you was talking about earlier?
Yes.
When you buy a ring and you're about to propose, right? So you found out she lied about something, and that made you change your mind.
I felt like it made me definitely have to second guess where we was at. You know what I mean? At that time, like it did damage. You know what I'm saying? Like internal. I don't know if it made us break apart, but it was just like it definitely took a blow to me.
What are your thoughts, Mona?
So, and you know how I am about men and their mental health and their mental state, and I will say that man, for one, still loves her. You can tell by his responses that he still doesn't want to say anything to a negative stance in regards to her. I've heard a lot of people talking about it, just kind of reading things about her, and I think sometimes we need to stop thinking that women don't make mistakes. There was probably mistakes made within their situation, and his record, it was, some of the things I read as well, if he still cared about her, he wouldn't have made the record. In actuality, he should have made the record if that's the case of how he feel, because we keep silencing men in what they're going through, and we don't think that they have feelings. And one of the things that he said was, some of that stuff in that song I've never told anybody. It had to come out. If it came out this way, that's the way it comes out. Now, on the flip side of that, nobody might not know who he was if it wasn't for her.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you may be playing on the clout of it all. But my heart goes out to the both of them, because it sounds like and I've listened to the song and I listened to it a couple times. It sounds like she has some trauma and internal issues that if she could help to work through them, that they would have stayed together. But in the same token, for him, if you both work on each other, on yourselves, maybe y'all can come back to it. But from what I'm hearing, he's already with somebody else.
Yeah. McCode?
His love and respect for her is definitely something good to see, instead of, everyone sometimes want to play the victim and go off or, hurt somebody else with what they say. So it's good to see he's definitely respectful. The only thing that I just dislike, I just don't like Charlamagne. Y'all just have to pray for me. I just don't like her. I do not like her. She's so messy. I don't like her.
Yeah.
But other than that, at least he is a respectful young man. I hope Charlamagne learns how to be like that.
Okay. I don't know what went on in their relationship. I really don't care. That's not really my objective. I do like how he handled the situation. Because Charlamagne was pressing. That's what he does. He presses an issue until he gets an answer. And that's typically what you do when you're trying to get information out of somebody. That's fine. Great. Okay, cool. Your interviewing skills, fine. But I did like how he did not allow anyone to disrespect her. And it starts with him, right? He has to be the one to set the standard on the conversation and where it goes. And I think that, he was hurt. She did something. They didn't work out. Whatever happened, it caused them to split. And I think that he handled that like a man, in my personal opinion. So I thought there was a really good way of him navigating that, because oftentimes, especially now, like people have been really ragging on Megan Thee Stallion. I really don't like that. I think was it who said that? I think let me look in here. I think it was Faye. Ain't he the same one who put a diss track on her? I don't think it was her. I think it was somebody else. I don't think it was Partisan. I think it was somebody else that did that.
No, it was him. It was actually.
Was it?
Yes, he did make a diss record, and when he said there's things that's in that song that I never even told anybody about, he did actually make a diss record. And if you listen to it, yeah, he put it all out there on how she was and how he tried to be there for her. But it does also show, even though the diss record was done, it also shows a level of respect that he has for her, because he might diss her, but ain't about to let nobody else do it.
Yeah, but I don't like that either. Like, you didn't have to do all that in the diss track. I understand that you use your talents to to kind of pour out your emotions and stuff like that, but I don't think you should have dissed her. But hey, whatever. I'm not surprised.
Right, because this is a different generation. This is a different type of generation. This they don't know how to just go to the person or go seek therapy or something and say, this is what I'm feeling. It is, I gotta put it on social media. I gotta post a video about it because I need to get it out. There's no privacy.
I gotta do a diss track. I gotta write a poem. I gotta do all this to get it out. And that's fine. You can use your artistic vibes to do all of that, but I don't know. There's a healthier way of doing that. Faye said, so he's contradicting himself. Throw them both. That's what I'm saying. You should throw them both away. Faye is unrelenting. It's hilarious. I love Faye. She's funny. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. That is going to do it for Pyro Power Hour on today. And we hope you guys, it's going to be the last Wednesday of the year. So we're not going to see Michelle and Ramona until the next year. I know. Except in Patreon. You'll see us in Patreon. So make sure you guys tune in to Patreon. Go ahead and hit that up. Go to patreon.com/pyromedia, and then you will be able to get in there. But until then, we love you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Michelle, thank you for coming on through. Ramona, go ahead. Show us.
Glasses of the day.
Yes, come on. Lean in a little bit. I want to see a little bit more. Oh, yes. Oh, it looks like the ones I have. Mine's are clear.
Yours are clear. But yeah, these are the glasses of the day.
Yes. All right, Michelle, thank you guys for coming in. Ramona, thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Love you guys.
Yes. We'll see you guys on the next one. Y'all stay blessed and stay in the holiday vibes and spirit. We'll see you on the next one. Kire and I will see you on Friday for the extravaganza. All right, y'all. I'll see you. Peace.
Bye.